Greetings, Keishlings. Keish Prime here with my live reaction of My Hero Academia, Chapter 283. Okay, before we get into this, I want to point out a couple things that were not as clear to me because of the image quality and whatnot. One is that blade, or knife, sword, whatever you want to call it, that Aizawa had last chapter was to cut off his legs so that the Quark Annihilation bullet didn't reach the rest of him, completely negating his quirk and destroying it. So that was a smart move on his part. We'll have to see how that affects his hero work, moving forward. Probably gets a good prosthesis. I'm sure fully, possible in this world. He can continue, his hero work and his teaching career as well, if nothing else. But yeah, as long as because with how touch and go this is, losing him would have just been total, everything would have been a waste. There would be probably no victory be had. So yeah. Also, I wasn't aware of it so much either that seemingly Shigaraki probably doesn't have any more of the bullets because Bakugo blew them up or burned them. It looked more like it. Or was it even Bakugo? It might have just very well been Endeavor helping out as well, but it looked more like Bakugo last chapter. So for the time being, assume there are no more Quark Annihilation bullets in Shigaraki's possession, and that's a good thing. Unless he somehow uncovers the one out of Aizawa's leg and reuses it. I wonder how often you can reuse those things. Surely it's a one-time thing, but it's who knows? But yeah. Okay, and also Giganto, that another thing I just remembered is that he's probably gotten way bigger, and he's going through a bit of a metamorphosis. He's becoming more monstrous, and he was already monstrous. So this is a big deal, and he's just about to wreck through those cities. So yeah, there's not going to be a city standing between here and his master. And but anyway, getting into the chapter, I don't see the title yet, but I see a bunch of students just looking so depressed and crestfallen. The chapter is called 75. Okay, and I see why they're crestfallen. They're seeing some of the aftermath of what Giganto is doing. The anesthesia didn't work, probably because he's so big it got diluted in his system, because it was it was like a drop, really, to him. But we don't know the potency of the anesthetic. Momo could have easily have made it so strong that under normal circumstances it could have killed an army's worth of people, because it was so undiluted and concentrated. So yeah, but against him, we don't even really know the full extent of his biology. So just the fact that he's as massive as he is probably would have done the trick, but we don't know any of healing factors. So I think he is immune to poison, so there's that working against them as well. So at best, if they had been able to get all of their dosages in him, maybe it could have done something. But as it stands now, that plan failed. But anyway, so we got Sero now talking. Shoji, what about the other heroes? They're too far away. I cannot sense them. This is bad. We're seeing some more wreckage. What are those? They're like black balls or something. I'm not sure what those are. Are those people bloody spots on the ground? I don't know. But we've got Tokoyami and Hawks, and his Dark Shadow. I always say Black Shadow. Dark Shadow is helping these duplicate-looking doctor dudes. I don't know who they are. And Momo's, what's going on? The only reason we're not dead right now is only because the enemy wasn't even aware of us. Yeah. Also, we're seeing Fat Gum and Sun Eater right now. I hope they're okay. Oh, and that's just what the destruction they saw is hit. Like he's got like claw-like fingers now. He's just massive. Like he's got more of a mountain range on his back. He's got like I guess where the finger bones and stuff in the hand, like that just kind of continues up his arm. And then we've got these energy ring like things that are floating them away. Who's this? Majestic. Who's Majestic? That name's vaguely familiar to me. I don't know who that is. The choices and actions of you kids won't be in vain. Oh wait, it was the magic dude! No, I loved his design. No matter what happens now, we'll make sure of it. Okay, so he was able to get them away just in the nick of time because it was like the new generation has to carry on or otherwise there is no hope for the future. While we fail today, hopefully you succeed. Hopefully you succeed tomorrow. I butchered that, sorry. Now we got She-Mage. What gives, Shroom? Shouldn't the anesthetic have worked, Shroom? And Minetta's like, our efforts weren't actually wrong, were they? Just like the hero's actions? Oh god, I've never seen the kid that like depressed before and like so like this is where I'm going to just live a normal life as a civilian. I'm not going to be a hero because I can't deal with this. Ugh. And there's Hawks. Let's see here. Just the destruction coming through with Giganto, and the spikes on his back remind me of Godzilla. He is just a kaiju at this point, right? So yeah, he's Godzilla, just minus a tail and atomic breath. We've got some villains because they don't look like heroes. They look like they're laughing up based on the destruction. I mean, look at this in the end. And you just see people running for their lives, and that is terrifying. If you just see a giant man with massive, like, teeth coming out of his mouth, and he's like, his face is covered in like a stone plate. It's like that's terrifying. It was all just worthless, and now we've got the League of Villains on his back, just kind of like. Dobby looks like he's really just laughing it up. It's like, yes, ride, monster, ride through the destruction that you cause. The others just are a bit more like, well, we can't really even say about Mr. Compress. I mean, the mask covers up his face. But the Doctor here is kind of having a moment. Isn't that right? Look who's coming. It was truly game over before, but it's time for the ultimate comeback. Quiet. Also, President Mike has brought him into police custody. I don't know what city they're in. I assume, what was it, Jakku? So yeah, that's probably where they are right now. So it's not necessarily in the line of fire. But Shigaraki's awakening. This single moment has completely turned the tide. Gigantomachia is a calamity that lives and dies for his master. And President Mike is like shook. He's like, yeah, I've seen what this thing does. It's like, you're not wrong, are you? It's like, so what you speak is the truth, and that truth is not going to be anything that's going to be good for us. And we got some Nomu. I think that's Burning, whatever her name is. She's one of Endeavor's sidekicks. I even strived to imitate him as I created my army of Nomus. A king needs soldiers, right? Strong soldiers. Once Machia gets moving, destruction is inevitable. We're just seeing more destruction, and now we're seeing Shigaraki with his glowing hair. It's like, is that just a side effect of all the quirks? Actually, it would be hilarious if, like, with all the quirks being activated in his body all at once, that, like, it glows, and then all of his hair just falls out, and then he looks like, you know, All For One. Maybe that's why he's bald, too? That'd be hilarious. It's like, yes, all this power, I could feel it down into even my follicles. And then all of a sudden, his follicles literally just fall off. He's like, no, damn it, my hair. I wasn't supposed to become Lex Luthor. But anyway. Shigaraki will be the end of this society, saturated with heroes. We got Deku just like, his face is like getting black. Is that blood, or is that from like quirk usage or what? Aizawa is down, it looks like, so I'm guessing, yeah, because if his hair is doing that, chances are, yeah, Aizawa's not looking at him anymore, obviously, so, yeah, this fight's gonna get bad. And we got Todoroki, and we got Endeavor. Shuto! Yeah, Endeavor, he's kind of losing his mask and everything. The overheat is just too much. He can't keep it up anymore. I'm late because I was helping Ryoku's team. Cool off. I'll help you out in the meantime. Okay. Love it. Love it. He's helping cool his dad down, which, to be honest, they would probably make for a damn fine, team up, father-son, hero sidekick kind of thing. Yeah, just, it's like, hey, Dad, it's like, you've pulled enough weight. Here, take a nice cool down. It's like, thank you, son. I love my ice throne. And it's like, it just made like a seat out of ice for him. It's like, yes, teach them why you are my son. It's like, show them the power of our family. And then when I've cooled down enough, we will show them as a family. But anyway, so, yeah. But he's like firing back up in the next panel. Weird. Okay, we got Bakugo, and we've got, Gran Torino. That fucking bastard. Okay, so, he is not happy. He doesn't seem to be happy that it's Deku doing it. He's upstaging him, but it's like, dude, you'll get your moment. Just don't die. You got rid of the bullets, which is miraculous in its own right. That's if we're assuming that they're actually, even if there's one left or something. Who knows? Keep his leg up. Stop the bleeding with his binding cloth. Whoa, it's a tangled mess. How did it even get like this? Okay, so they're trying to use his scarf, essentially, to, like, use it as a tourniquet to stop the bleeding. Deku? You must get out of here. I will never. Okay, Deku, my man, calm your tits. Like, goddamn, the rage in his face is palatable. Like, you could cut that shit with a knife, it is so solid. Hell, you might not even be able to cut it with a knife. But is this what's happening? Is my theory actually happening? Is he, like, unlocking more quirks, or is this like is this full power Deku that we'll get to see in the future or something? I don't know. But anyway, now Shigaraki is saying, now, die. And, damn! Is that Deku doing that? Because, like, now we just got, like, just a giant-ass gash that very well might have just severed his arm. So, if that's Deku, what the hell? Was that Black Whip? Or did he turn it into Black Blade? That's it. Wait, that's coming from Deku's mind, so what's going on? Is it a new quirk? Now, but just now, oh, I see. Surpassing his limits must have put a strain on my body. Or surpassing my limits must have put a strain on my body. Wait, is that damage even from Deku then? Like, what's even going on here? But shouldn't I be instantly healing from this wound with my regeneration unless I've ascended now? I should be able to quickly. Hey, what's today's date? Such a random... When is the title going to come into play? Is he going to say like that he's like 95 or not 95, 75 years old or something? Then we find out that like that's just how long the previous user of, you know, the previous body. Because that's still the theory I'm going on, is that like All For One, he has like the Orochimaru kind of thing where he finds a new vessel and he transfers everything over to them, lives out their natural lifespan, and then continues on the process. So it's like, I think that's starting to come to play. So he's like, what date is it? Because, you know, it's like his memories are starting to come back. And it's like, oh yes, I've transferred over. This isn't like 1912 anymore or some shit, you know. His body. Gran Torino warned us that Shigaraki has been transplanted with AFO's quirk. His body can't keep up with that overwhelming power. Oh, 75% was his progression and his status for... So yeah. Okay, Deku, wreck his shit. That's it. Keep it together. Oh, that's why he was asking what's today's date. Because he doesn't even know that he was awoken early, right? So he's probably like, shit, I wasn't even done yet. The incubation process. No, I'm not at full power. But we're seeing all these moments with Deku. Keep it together, Mirko. Okay, so we've got... I don't know who that is, but they're getting Mirko to some kind of medical care, which is good. We don't need to lose her. Sexy Bunny Girl is always needing to be saved and preserved because they are precious. We've got to survive. Or you've got to survive. You've got to win. There we go. Finally, my regeneration is kicking in. Okay, so he's starting to heal. And Deku's got some black whips coming out. One touch to finally end this. And Deku, I think, has shot into the air? Or is that Shigaraki? It might be Shigaraki. God damn! Okay, that's interesting use. It's like... I don't know why I was so energetic about it. It just looked way cooler, but the more I look at it, the more I'm like, yeah, this Deku is like bringing everyone along with him by wrapping them up in Black Whip. But is he also grabbing Shigaraki, it looks like, as well? One for all. The 7th users. Oh, he's floating, guys! We're flying? Are we going to actually find out what float does? Is it like, can she straight up fly, or can she only like float, which is like slow flight, or is it just like she could jump up in the air and then just stay wherever she was when she activates her quirk? We need to know Nana's quirk. Gran Torino's still alive. You motherfucker said he was dead 2 weeks ago. Well, fuck you. I was right. I said he might be alive. Ha ha ha, bitch. But anyway, that was overzealous as hell. Sorry. But anyway, that's why I try not to discount anything. Like, I can just be down in the dumps about everything, or I can at least have a little sliver of hope. And that was a little sliver of hope that I held on to. But yeah. Nana Shimura's quirk. So, okay, Deku, you look like a monstrous demon right now. Float. You're right. We are ending this. Right here, right now. He's charging up a punch. Ready to just deck the shit out of Shigaraki, yeah! Oh, God, and that's the end of the chapter. No, I want more. I can't wait next week. Okay, Deku now has 3 quirks. Love it. Love it. He can basically fly now. He can reach you from a distance. He can pick up heavy shit. He has full on, like, compacting physical power. He has all this shit. And he's got more coming. Love it. But is the rage boost thing still a thing? Like, I'm still thinking that's the vestiges, like, giving him a taste of something. You know, maybe it's like the next, let's see, I think it would have been the 6th user, if I'm correct, because like that's been a theory I've had. Like, I have a theory of like what quirks Deku will get, so go check that out. But like, it was basically, you know, obviously he got One for All, and then he got Black Whip, which is the 5th user, and then he's got the 7th user. So then the based on the way that they were arranged in this one picture, then it would be like the 6th user, the 4th user, and then probably the 3rd, 2nd, and then somewhere, and I forget exactly where All Might was placed, because he was kind of like in a gaseous state because he's not dead yet. So it's like when it reached All Might, and it just kind of jumps back and forth, kind of. Like I said, it's not as clear in my mind as it once was, but like when it happens, I would probably know. But yes, because I did kind of wonder, like, how did All Might know that Float would be the next one? And then I started looking at this one picture, and it was like, yeah, she's like next in the line based on this picture. And it's like, so then I based a theory around it, and yeah. I have no idea if it's going to come true, but hey, I'm all for it. His mastery of Black Whip is getting ridiculous, though. But I'm still thinking that, like, maybe one of the vestiges is, like, giving him some of their power, like a little taste to, like, boost him up just that much more. You know, it's like, hey, kid, I can only give it to you for a little while, but hey, make good use of it. You'll get it in time, and then you'll train it and master it, and you'll be the strongest there ever was. You know, so I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Aizawa may or may not survive if they can't get that bleeding to stop. Giganto is on his way. He's wrecking a bunch. The traditional methods of stopping him have not worked, so I assume Shigaraki very well might, like, kill him. Be like, what are you doing destroying the world that I wanted to destroy? And it's like, but master, I had to get here for you. I don't need you. I have all the power I ever needed. But come here, Giganto. It's like, master, what is it? Bend down. And then it's like, yes. And he kneels. And he just touches him. And he just rots Giganto down to nothing. I think that's going to happen. It's like, no one told you to help me ruin this world. I didn't need you. I didn't want you. I hated fighting you. You were a pain in the ass. And now you are no more. Your ass is grass. Dust in the wind. Actually, it's not even dust in the wind because eventually the dust would be gone. So, but yeah, I'm thinking that might happen. Because Shigaraki, yeah, he probably would be like that. It's like, I'm the one who will destroy this society, this world of heroes. It's like, no one else. I don't need anyone's help, especially not now. So I could see that happening. And, yeah. But yeah, Deku, like, Deku 100% angriest he's ever been. So, oh god. If he's not getting a rage boost, I don't know what it was that was talking in his head. It's like, use that rage. Maybe it was one of the vestiges that was just trying to, like, channel his rage. And it's, you know, like, people use their anger to, like, you know, fight through the pain and, you know, keep going and everything. So maybe it was simple as that, but I was hoping it would be a quirk. But that wasn't the case, maybe. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. But, yeah. anyway, overall, good chapter. Loving the setup for what seems like the final confrontation with Shigaraki, which, to be honest, it's like, is the series really going to end this soon, or what's going on? Like, surely that's not going to be the case. I'm assuming that when they're going to have their bit of a fight next chapter, and then Giganto is eventually going to, interrupt the fight, and then, that's just going to be way too much for Deku at this point. I mean, it's kind of already is, but, he's kind of holding his own, but he hasn't really fought, Shigaraki, full force yet, so it's hard to know. But yeah, so that could be the way that it goes. And if not, who's to say? There could be any number of things that happens. This series does like to throw those curveballs at you. But yeah, I hope Aizawa survives. Gran Torino, I hope he at least gets to say some final words to Deku, because that just seems right, But he's alive, so take that, you bunch of, he's dead. It's like, old man is tough. He from the old generation. He tough as nails. It's like, I lost a leg, but fuck it, I'm alive. Getting crushed to the ground, fuck that. I eat nails in the microwave. He would put nails in the microwave. It's like if it's in a bowl, and then it's like, yep, I eat nails for breakfast with no milk. And I heat it up in a microwave, and the microwave blew up in my face because it's metal. What am I doing with Gran Torino's character? Oh, God, I don't know. But anyway, so yay that Gran Torino is still alive. Hopefully Aizawa will survive. Hopefully they get some prosthesis and continue to be heroes, or at least mentors for the new generation. And yeah, we wait and see for next chapter. I am hyped as all hell. I am through the roof. I am in the stratosphere, so to speak. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this chapter. Anything I misunderstood, please let me know down below. Check out my other content, see what you like, suggest things for the future. Links down below for all my social media so that you can keep up with my content and also have ways to contact me. I stream on Twitch where I do gaming, and I'll tweet out when I go live. Part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, Quiche-lings, Deku can fly!